Hello everyone, welcome back to Cloud Consultant YouTube channel. Today I'm going to talk about how to set up a free public VPN using Cloudflare ZTNA, and we'll be also seeing how to restrict the Snowflake cloud using the VPN IP. In the last video, we have covered about how to set up the Cloudflare ZTNA, which is a VPN replacement service to connect your AWS private resources and services. In this video, we'll cover about how to restrict your SaaS-based applications by converting the Cloudflare ZTNA, avoiding the user split tunnel, and get the public IP from Cloudflare, replacing your local ISP network IP, which means your home router IP, get replaced with your Cloudflare IP, and after that, those IP can be whitelisted to your any source of SaaS applications or remote servers. So the last video we have discussed about how to connect uh, the AWS private network using the Cloudflare, using a method of Cloudflare tunnel, split tunnel. So every client used to have one application running as a WAP client, and the moment you convert it into a zero trust registration, it will connect to your nearest Cloudflare data center in that will enforce you all the Cloudflare policies, devices which is being declared here. And after that, we'll have a split tunnel between your Cloudflare data center to your AWS server. So this was already demo in the previous video. I'll just share the link in the description. Uh, Today I'm going to talk about how to set up the VPN, to connect your SaaS application. For example, you have the set of SaaS application like Snowflake, Gmail, or Instagram. You can do the restriction of this application um, through a dedicated IP, right? So, for example, I want my client IP to be whitelisted in your SaaS application, right? So, um, even the Cloudflare provide a egress capability where it gives you the egress IP from a Cloudflare data center so that it replaces your router IP, and those IP can be whitelisted to your SaaS application. The communication channel is like, the client connect your the client applications, it get all the policy or the configuration from a near data center. From there, we have the static IP we are getting from there, and then that need to be whitelisted in Snowflake. So yeah, I think let's head back to a demo. We'll start with a quick demo on how to set up the. It's very simple, like you have to set up the public egress IP in the Cloudflare, and then next will be the how to get or at least those IP in the Snowflake to get authenticated. Okay, so heading back to my browser, I'll see that this is right off seeing that my router IP is currently being visible here, which means that it's going to be issued by a ISP provider. We are going to replace this with a Cloudflare IP. So I have a Snowflake account which I'm trying to log in uh, using authentication method, but if you see here, it says that this IP is not whitelisted in your Snowflake, so it won't allow anyone without the apart from the whitelisted IP. So I have already whitelisted my Cloudflare IP in here, but let's connect to your Cloudflare dashboard and make the changes and replace your ISP IP from 84255 to the Cloudflare range, that is a 10.256, I believe. Yeah. So once you let's go to your Cloudflare dashboard. I think I have showed you like how to connect a Cloudflare account and from the scratch, and how to set up a zero trust portal, right? So the moment you log in here, you'll see that come to a setting section. We can create a separate profile based on your team size and requirement. I'm using a default which is all my users are coming in the default profile, which means all this policy will be getting enforced to your client. So here earlier I was using a split tunnel, which means that it was connecting all the traffic to a split tunnel. So I had a created tunnel a time ago in the previous video where I used to connect to my services using this one. Now I have uh, created so instead of the split tunnel, I'll just have to click on the exclude IP address and then hit the button save. It will it that's all. I mean, we don't have to do make any changes. So now the moment a client connect to your and come to your default profile, it will start visualizing your the IP from the Cloudflare IP site. So let's go and connect to your client IP. So I'll log into my system tray and I should have the Cloudflare hub IP. I have showed you like how to do the registration in the last video. Let's connect. The moment you come here, you'll see the orange color warp. This need to be changed to the blue color warp, which means that do the registration to your Zero Trust policy. Let's connect here and go to preference, account, log into Zero Trust. Now it's giving you the information on how to log into your Zero Trust, accept the privacy. I need to give my team. Account, login. Okay, yeah, so I got logged into I since my client is already integrated with the SAML, so it will authenticate asking for SAML. I think it's saying that okay, open the now the connection was successful, so it's doing a registration. Can show you like the description about this IP. This IP belongs to your nearest Cloudflare IP. If you see this one, right? IP as well. Now if I log into my one of my Snowflake firewall, uh, it will take me to sign in with the Okta. And now it didn't ask me anything, right? So it allowed me to authenticate the account. And since my IP was widely outlisted, so I'll show you like how I have outlisted my IP in I have created a certain network rule. It's a Cloudflare. Yeah, I think this was the latest one which I created. If you see that I have outlisted my this range. This range means like generally a lot of users are coming from here. So instead of whitelisting one specific, I have whitelisted the entire CIDR range. That is slash 16, and any traffic comes from this range or this specific IP will be getting allowed to connect my Snowflake account. Right? That's a policy If I show my IP here, it will get replaced with my home router IP. That's IP. So yeah, I think that's all I wanted to cover. More of discussing about how to restrict your if you have a use case of restricting any SaaS application or remote servers using a public IP, then I think the Cloudflare gives you quite feasible way to overlap or uh, override your ISP IP, and then all the internet traffic, then it will go travel from your static IP, and this IP, this public IP from the Cloudflare can be whitelisted anyway. The reason behind, if you want to use your own ISP IP, this is a dynamic IP, it gets changed every time, right? So if you want to have a static IP from the your ISP, you need to purchase for a dedicated IP. So that's additional cost that is incurred. So I think yeah, that's more about small demo on how to set up it and how to use this in a prominent way. Thanks for joining, and let's see you on another video. Bye.